Greetings everyone, this is Donna Gilliland, founder of Most Training, with a quick Microsoft Excel time tip on how to calculate times, subtracting times from one another. So you're really going to learn a few little things besides just the key point, which is getting a correct calculation when you're subtracting time values from one another. So let's take a look at this simple spreadsheet that I've set up for us. As you look at the spreadsheet, you can see on the left, it's very simple. It's a daily list of clocking in, clocking out for lunch, clocking back in, and clocking out at the end of the day. The ultimate goal here in total hours is to total how many hours you worked during this time period of checking in and checking out. So as you can see on my screen, you're seeing a decimal value. And you'll learn why the decimal value is there and what you're going to need to do to correct that. But I'll bring up the initial formula. Here is the formula, which will need to be modified so I don't get a decimal value. In fact, let me go backward a moment and explain why you're getting the decimal value. You need to keep in mind that a time is the proportion of a 24-hour period. So without the calculation, the formula being written correctly, then it returns a decimal value, which is why you're seeing 0.33. So this particular set of times, the in and out times, actually equals 8 hours of work, but I'm getting a decimal value, and you will too, unless the formula is created correctly. So right now it's giving me a proportion of time to a 24-hour period. So let me go ahead and open up the formula, and we'll make the necessary fixes. First, as you look at this formula, I am subtracting D12, which is the first out time, from the first in time, which is C12, and then adding that to the last sets of times of in and out. And the reason why I have a parentheses beside around both sets is because this formula needs to be modified to compensate for a 24-hour period of time. So remember, it was returning a decimal value, which is a proportion of a 24-hour period. So instead, I need to do times 24 on the outside of this first subtraction set. And that's why I have parentheses, because when you are calculating in Excel, Excel does follow math precedent order. So just remember that subtraction is on a lower level than multiplication, and since I want Excel to do subtraction first, that's why it's in parentheses. So now going back to the original point, the proper conversion of those hours from those stated times. And then on the outside of the other set of parens, I multiply by 24. So quick recap, then I'm going to press enter. The quick recap is I needed to subtract the first out time from the first in time. That's the first grouping there in parentheses. And then multiply that by 24 hours, which is a 24-hour period. Add the result to what you get when you subtract the last out time from the last in time. And then when I press the enter key, it does return and give me 8 hours rather than a proportion of time. So I'm going to bring that formula up, so that's the last thing you're seeing before I close out. I hope this quick tip on calculating using times is helpful. There is a lot more that I can teach you about creating formulas using time, but this will get you started, and it's your fundamental look at how to do calculations with time, and there'll be more later. So it's bye for now.